Kia ora and welcome to Business Your Way. I'm Sandra Julian, your host and business transformation coach. This podcast is your go-to for strategies and mindset shifts to grow and scale your service-based business. No more constant hustling, just unstoppable, scalable growth with a soul-aligned essence. Join me in each episode as we uncover the secrets behind successful businesses and provide actionable insights. Let's transform your business your way and unlock the growth that you've been dreaming of. Alrighty, let's dive into this episode. Kia ora and welcome to episode 124 of Business Your Way. If you're a female service-based business owner who is feeling overwhelmed by the daily grind and really unsure how to scale your business without experiencing burnout, then this week you are in the right place, because today on the podcast, we're tackling the challenge of how do we get unstuck in our business, not allowing ourselves to stay in this place of feeling like we're stuck in the quicksand, that we're just not sure how to move forward. And we stay in this place of being stuck way longer than we need to. So if you ever feel like you're spinning your wheels, working harder and harder and harder, but not seeing the growth that you really desire for your business, or you're seeing growth, but it's only because you're working more hours, you're working harder. And honestly, you are not alone. This is a very common struggle with people in the service-based business industry. And many small business owners in this service-based industry believe that more hustle is the only path to success. But here's the truth. Scaling your business first requires a mindset shift. It doesn't just require you to work more hours. And if you really drill down into that thought that you have around the only way that I'm going to get scale or growth in my business is by working more hours, I really want you to stop there and examine that mindset. But what if you could imagine a life where you could break free from your comfort zone? Although long hours doesn't really feel very comfortable, but long hours, that is because you are in a comfort zone. You are feeling comfortable with what you're doing. Hence, your thought around more hours is the only way to grow. But what if you could imagine a life where you can embrace change because you have the bandwidth? What about a life where you can see your business flourishing without you sacrificing your well-being or anything else that's part of your fuller life? And that's where I thought today I would dive into this topic, where we're going to look at unlocking the secrets to making your vision a reality and getting you past this phase of feeling stuck in your business. Because the problem is that many creatives, consultants, agency owners, service professionals, and online entrepreneurs, the problem they face is getting trapped in a cycle of burnout, thinking that working harder is the only way forward, because their mindset is trapped in trading hours for dollars. And I see this all the time. But what if I told you there is a different approach? One that involves welcoming change into your business, experimenting with new ideas, and rewriting the narratives that are currently holding you back and keeping you stuck. And in this episode, I've got some practical steps that you can take, because you know that I'm all about the practicality of business. So let's dive in and explore how you can make some powerful shifts in your own business and your own life to move past the point of feeling stuck. And we all have these moments. We all have moments in life where we feel stuck. As a service business owner, the pressures of managing clients, handling the day-to-day operations of your business, and trying to grow your business, it makes you feel like you're just spinning your wheels. Sometimes you're just going round and round and round and round, but actually not moving anywhere. And the first step to getting unstuck is recognizing the need for a mindset shift. That's probably not the first thing that you thought of. You were probably thinking about, how do I find a solution to this problem so I can get unstuck? But actually, the first step is recognizing that you need a mindset shift. So imagine your business as a garden. Sometimes you need to prune back old growth to make room for new, more vibrant blooms in your garden. This might mean letting go of certain tasks as the owner of the business and delegating more to your team. Or it might mean some of your services are no longer serving you and your goals, and they have to go. By seeing that letting go and or simplifying as opportunities for growth, you can create space for innovation and expansion within your business. And that starts by acknowledging your current mindset. Are you viewing obstacles as roadblocks or stepping stones? Quite different things. Are setbacks discouraging you, or are they fueling your determination? Once you become aware of your mindset, at that point, you can begin to shift it. But we first have to become aware of your mindset. So now that you understand the importance of mindset, let's dive into one of the most effective mindset changes, and that's adopting flexible thinking. I think this is one of the most powerful changes that you can make. And it's moving away from this space of thinking that situations are either black or white and start exploring the gray areas. Because life is really about absolute rights and absolute wrongs. There's actually no right answer or no wrong answer. But when you open yourself up to the multiple possibilities, this is the space where you get to discover and uncover the innovative solutions and the new pathways that you may have otherwise missed because you've just been looking for the right or the wrong answer. You've been looking externally to yourself for answers, and you've missed those that are right in front of you because you haven't been adopting a flexible thinking pattern. But in order to embrace this flexible thinking, you have to first create space for yourself, space for you to explore what's possible instead of implementing the first thing that comes to your mind. And when you're just looking for the yes/no answer and you're looking externally to yourself, you can spend days and weeks and months and even years going nowhere, spinning your wheels, going nowhere, because you haven't actually given your space to examine your own thinking, to look inwards, look towards your own knowledge and expertise, because only you know your business. Your business is built just for you. So you have to create space for yourself, for your business, space for you to explore what's possible instead of just implementing the first solution that you come across. So consider a common business scenario. Everyone's got to implement a marketing strategy, right? But the marketing strategy that you've implemented isn't delivering the results that you hope for. So rather than seeing it as a failure, ask yourself, what other strategies can I try? Sometimes it's not even the strategy. It's just one piece of the strategy that needs tweaking. And in which case, you could ask yourself, what needs changing? And just this simple question opens the door for you to think of other ways of operating, of other things that you can be doing. And when you ask yourself these questions, you're seeking the answers from yourself, not from external people or external tactics, I suppose, from others. But when you look inside and ask yourself these questions, you will know. You will know what needs tweaking. You will know what needs changing. And even if you don't, you'll have a hypothesis on, if I try this, this might result in whatever, but you get the picture. So, for example, if a social media ad isn't bringing in clients, so you've turned on some social media ads and they're not bringing in clients, you've tried various copy variations, so you've changed the caption multiple times for it to be more compelling. You've tried different image options or different creative options, and nothing's working. Perhaps that's the time to explore a different strategy. Maybe it's time to move from social media ads over into content marketing. Maybe you could explore different partnerships or even hosting online webinars. By brainstorming and considering a whole variety of angles, you can uncover opportunities that you really hadn't thought through before, but only if they work for your business, only if they work for you. So flexible thinking allows you to pivot when necessary. And in a rapidly changing market or environment that we're working in now, the ability to adapt is really crucial. By being open to change and willing to adjust your plans, you can navigate challenges more effectively and see those new opportunities as they arise. So, flexible thinking is one piece of the puzzle. Flexible thinking helps you look internally and helps you look at what you're doing and examine your own critical thinking about what you're doing in your business. Another critical component is embracing experimentation. So often, fear of the unknown can paralyze us. But what if we changed our mindset? And what if we viewed new ideas and changes as experiments rather than definitive decisions? So rather than, making a decision to do something, maybe our mindset is like, let me try this. Because decisions feel like they are set in concrete. They feel like yes, no's. But actually, when we move into a mindset of experimentation, it allows us the flexibility to try and tweak and learn and try again. So this mindset allows us to try new things without the fear of failure because we're just experimenting. And regardless of the outcome, we are learning. We're getting valuable insights. I like to think of this as we win or we learn. And that's what experimenting is all about. So think of an experimentation as a scientific project. Scientists conduct experiments to test hypotheses, gather data, and draw conclusions. They don't view an experiment as something that fails if it doesn't go to plan. Instead, they just see it as part of a learning process. And if you applied this approach to your business, how different would it be? How different would it feel? So, for example, if you're considering a new service offering in your business, rather than just making the decision to have that offer available, why not start by testing it with a small group of clients? Choose one or two clients, test out the new service offering, gather their feedback, analyze the results, and then refine the service offering before you then go out and seek to enroll lots of clients or, fully launch it into your business. This iterative process of trying, learning, and adjusting can lead to some really big breakthroughs without that overwhelming pressure of having to make it work. When we embrace experimentation in our business, every step forward, no matter how small or how big, we think of it as progress. Each experiment is a chance to learn and improve. Ultimately, helping your business to scale more effectively. So now we've got a experimental mindset on board. Let's talk about the stories that we're telling ourselves. Often our inner narratives can be the biggest barriers to our own success. It's never anything external for the most part, It's usually the internal narratives that we have that shape our reality. The stories that we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're capable of either propel us forward or hold us back. So it's important to challenge and rewrite these narratives to align them with our goals and our aspirations, because every business owner that I have talked to over the years, they all have big goals and aspirations for their business and themselves and their life and their families. Like, there has not been one business owner that I haven't talked to that has got big goals for themselves. But as women, we often face societal pressures and self-doubt, and we let these things hold us back. We let somebody else's judgment of us keep us stuck. But I think it's time to let go of all of that. And I know that that is easier said than done. But start by asking yourself a few questions. Get out your journal, get a good cup of coffee in a quiet space, and ask yourself some really good questions. Ask yourself, what beliefs do I hold that might be limiting me? These could be thoughts like, I can't handle any more clients, or I have to do everything myself, or I'm not ready to scale yet. Like, get all of these stories that you're telling yourself onto paper. No one else has to read these things. This is just examining your own thinking. Because once you've identified these limiting beliefs, question their validity. Are they based on fact, or are they based on assumption you've made based on your past experiences? Truly, in doing this exercise, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. It is fascinating, truly, it is fascinating when you examine your own thoughts and beliefs. When you get them out of your head and onto paper and can read them, you'll blow your own mind at what you discover about yourself. And the power of getting it out of your head and putting it on paper and then looking at what you've written, it's like you're reading somebody else's thoughts. Because until we put it on paper, they're just rattling around in our head and they don't feel real, and they're just a fleeting moment sometimes. But when we can actually be brutally honest with ourselves, put them on paper and see them for what they are, it's incredibly powerful. You then become so much more aware of these beliefs and thoughts that are holding you back. I wanted to jump in here really quickly and ask you for a big favor. If you are loving this podcast and this episode, I would be grateful if you could share it with a friend. Or even better yet, jump over onto Instagram and share it on your stories. Don't forget to tag me, I'm sandrajulian.co. That really is the best way for others to find out about this podcast, and I thank you in advance. Alrighty, back to the episode. So once you've identified these limiting beliefs, you get to rewrite your narratives. And you can start by identifying positive, empowering beliefs that support your goals. So this is as simple as dividing your paper in half, 2 columns. On one side are all your limiting beliefs. And on the other side, you want to rewrite your empowering truths. So for instance, you can replace the limiting thought of, I can't handle any more clients, with a more empowering thought of, I can grow my team to manage more clients. And instead of a limiting belief being, I have to do everything myself, you can change that to an empowering thought that can be, I can delegate tasks so I can focus on scaling my business. So for every limiting belief that you have on the left-hand side of your page, rewrite a more empowering thought on the right-hand side of your page. And don't worry about the how. The how does not matter at this point. I find far too many small business owners jump into the how at this stage, and because they don't know the how, they let that keep them stuck. At this point, we don't even want to worry about the how. We just want to focus on creating more empowering thoughts for the limiting beliefs that you currently have. Worrying about the how just keeps you stuck even longer. So first you have to rewrite your narrative, and then you have to believe that it's possible. So once you've done that exercise of identifying the limiting beliefs, rewriting them with more empowering truths, now we have to move into believing that those empowering truths are possible. And this is where the creative visualization tool is an amazing tool. So you have to visualize your success, and by creating a mental image of yourself achieving and implementing that empowering truth. You have to see yourself achieving your goals. And what this does is it helps you visualize what's possible. So you've already identified what's possible by writing down your empowering truths and having new thoughts for each of those limiting beliefs. Now, when you visualize what that looks like, you can create a mental picture of what's possible. And the most important part here is that you get to feel. You need to feel into that possibility and really embody what it would feel like once you've created that empowering truth. This positive reinforcement will help you shift your mindset, and it will build your confidence in creating that new reality, that new empowering thought, that new belief. Because the stories that you tell yourself, they can either limit you or they can set you free. So choose the stories that are empowering for you and that will drive you towards your dreams. Rewriting your narratives is such a powerful step, and we can dive into this much deeper than what I've touched on today, but this is the starting point, right? Rewriting your narratives is your first powerful step. Lifelong learning is another crucial component of getting unstuck. The world is constantly changing, and to stay ahead, we really do have to continually expand our own knowledge and our skills. Seek out mentors, learn from those who have walked the path before us, and always be open to new information. Always be open to new ways of doing things. A growth mindset which embraces challenges and sees effort as a path to mastery. This is the key. This mindset encourages you to see the setbacks as part of a learning process and to persist in the face of difficulty. So surround yourself with people who inspire you. Join professional groups, attend workshops, and network with individuals who are successful in areas you aspire to grow into. We need to ditch the thought of competitors and embrace the concept of collaborators. So surround yourself with the right people, and don't shy away from educational activities, whether that is taking online courses, attending seminars, reading books. Make learning a regular part of your everyday routine. Education doesn't have to be formal certifications by educational institutes like universities or technical institutes or wānanga, especially if you're looking for professional development rather than qualifications. Like educational institutes, they have their place, but they're not the be end and end all when you're looking for professional development, when you're looking to grow your skills and knowledge to help your business grow and scale. But whatever path you choose, the more you learn, the more equipped you'll be to navigate life's challenges and to really take hold of the opportunities that are right in front of you. And finally, let's talk about leveraging support systems, which is along the same lines, really. But building a strong network is essential for your sustained growth and helping you avoid the burnout. And you might be thinking, God damn, I don't have time for networking because I'm too busy doing all the things in my business and I don't have time to do any of that. But once you've embraced those new empowering thoughts and let go of that limiting belief in itself, you'll have the space. You'll have the space to delegate. And when you can delegate, you'll have time to build a supportive team around you. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and share your vision. This not only helps you to scale, but it also ensures that you don't burn out. Identify the tasks that you can delegate. Start by making a list of all of the tasks that you handle on a daily basis, and then highlight those that someone else can do. Highlight the tasks that you can get off your plate. You just need to create a simple step-by-step guide for somebody else to be able to do that task. You'll be surprised at how many things that you can put on the list of able to delegate. And then once you have this list, then start building a team or outsourcing to a contractor so you can free up your time to work on more strategic planning and growth activities for your business. You most definitely do not have to do this alone. Leverage your network, seek advice, seek referrals, and ask for help when needed. A strong support system can make the world of difference in your journey to scale your business sustainably. So this is the resource that you can tap into when you have a supportive network around you. You can ask for help, or you can ask for referrals to get help. And there is a whole variety of support available for you in today's world. It is far greater than what it was when I started out in my business journey 2 decades ago. And I promise you that if you embrace these mindset shifts, you'll find new paths to scaling your business without feeling like you are constantly hustling or that you are working long hours. You'll notice that not only will you achieve your professional goals, but you'll also find more balance and fulfillment in your personal life. And that's exactly why I became a full focus certified professional, is because the entire full focus philosophy is about finding more balance and fulfillment in your life. And there's a whole suite of tools that I have at my fingertips to be able to help you with that. So if you're ready to take the next step in transforming your business and your mindset, I invite you to come work with me. We'll work on your mindset and your business growth plans. And then you can take advantage of my 23 years in business and the tools that I have as a certified business coach and as a full focus certified trainer. I have got all of these tools and experience and knowledge and network to be able to help you get unstuck, move beyond where you are today in your business. The investment will repay itself tenfold. So if you're interested in having someone in your circle working with you, encouraging you to turn those limiting beliefs into empowering truths and using those to really accelerate your business, then go head over to sandrajulian.co/coaching and book a discovery call. Once we get on that call, we can talk about where you're at now, where you're feeling stuck, where you want to go, what are your big dreams, goals, and aspirations, and then how I can help you get there, how we can work together to make that a reality for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these insights help you shift your mindset so that you can get unstuck. And remember that the key to success lies in your ability to embrace change, experiment, rewrite your narratives, and never stop learning. And if you enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe so that you get notified when new episodes are released. And if I could ask you to leave a review on the podcast, because reviews tell the platform that this is a good podcast and it helps others on the platform find the podcast because the platform recommends it to others. So I would be extremely grateful if you just left a 5-star rating and a few words of encouragement to other listeners. That would mean the world to me. Alrighty, my friend, I will talk to you again real soon. But until then, dream big, plan well, grow and scale your business your way. Before you go today, I want to thank you for being here and listening all the way to the end. All the links to this week's episode can be found in the show notes, and you can read a full blog of the episode at sandrajulian.co/podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get new episodes as soon as they're released. If you'd like to reach out to me and chat about anything on today's episode or any of the previous episodes on the podcast, then I've got a link in the show notes so you can leave me a voice message or a video message. I really do look forward to hearing from you. Alrighty, have a productive week and I will talk to you again real soon.